Hi, this is Jakob from the Speed Black Pagan Viking metal band KVAEN, and you are listening to The Bloodshed with DJ Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Jakob, thank you very much for taking time out for this interview, and it's with great pleasure to have you here for the Metal Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Thanks, man. My pleasure to be here.
This is your home.
Of course.
For all those who did not hear about you as yet, Jakob Björnfot, you was born in the very north of Sweden, in Kalix. Who inspired you in metal and to have made you become a metal musician? And how is the metal scene in Kalix doing nowadays?
Well, who inspired me from the very beginning was Iron Maiden. Simple as that. And then I got more and more into like thrash metal, black metal, death metal as older I got, right? So I started listening to lots of bands like Mayhem, Marduk, all the good 90s stuff, basically. And then I heard Dissection at the age of 15, and that changed my life, and I knew what kind of music that I wanted to do.
Okay. That's very great to hear. But in Kalix, how is the metal scene doing?
Well, in Kalix, a very small city. It's like, I think it's like 16,000 inhabitants in the whole city. So it's very, very small. We don't really have an active metal scene. We don't have kind of an active music scene at all. We have a few rock stars. We have Tobbe Englund, who played in Sabaton for many years. He's a guitar player. He doesn't play with them anymore, I think. But besides that dude, we don't really have that much. But yeah, that's about it, basically.
What about festivals and shows? If you want to play, you have to go outside to Stockholm or Gothenburg?
Not really. But of course, since the south, like Stockholm, Gothenburg, Malmö, all those places, there's a lot more people there. And I don't know, they have another mentality towards live music in general. I hate to say it, but in the north, people sometimes it feels like they don't really appreciate live music. It's really sad. And it's only gotten worse. Like in the 90s, people went to shows, like they traveled with train, bus, whatever, just to see the bands because it was another movement. It was very underground. People can sit in front of their computers and listen to the album, and they don't really want to go to the shows, basically, unless they really have an artist they like, which is really rare.
Jakob, you are part of the Swedish melodic death metal band out of Luleå, the Duskfall, and Swedish melodic death black folk metal band out of Kalix, Autumn Death, and as live member for bands like Devil's Force, a Swedish beat metal band out of Luleå, as well, formed by Pierre Törnkvist, and American progressive metal band Ghost Ship Octavius. Are you still a part and performing with this band, Jakob?
I am no longer part of the Duskfall as last month, actually. I wanted to do something different, and we decided that, no hard feelings. We're all good friends still. No worries. But all the other bands, yes. With Ghost Ship Octavius, nothing's really confirmed that I will stay as a live member. I did a tour with them in Europe this year. I think it was in late September, if I remember correctly. And that was fantastic. Very professionally organized and just hanging out, got to meet new friends for life. Playing with one of the greatest drummers in the world, Van Williams from Nevermore, and playing with Matthew Vickland, who played with God Forbid for many years, and he also played guitar with Warrell Dane from Nevermore. So
rest in peace, Warrell Dane.
And we've become such good friends nowadays. It's like we talk every day, and it's so cool. And I'm very fortunate dude, man. I'm so lucky and blessed in so many ways.
And how did you get to meet these people from Ghost Ship Octavius?
Back when I was with Duskfall, I got an endorsement deal with a brand called Comparison Guitars, and Matthew was the artist relations. Mm-hmm. He signed basically all the artists. And I sent an email, and he knew about me from before, I think, something like that, or he knew about the band at least. We started talking, and then he said, hey, I can offer you a deal. I said, yeah, and then we just became friends. It's very cool. Nowadays, he left Comparison Guitars and started playing with Jackson. And when he asked me if I wanted to go on tour with Ghost Ship Octavius, he said, I'm going to see what I can do because you're a really good guitar player and I think they would like you to maybe play with Jackson. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, I want to play with Jackson. And a couple of days went and Matt wrote back, hey, I got a message from Jackson. They want to have you on board. And I'm like, fucking A. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I was like, wow, this is so amazing. Like every great guitar player that I like plays with Jackson. It's so cool.
Now you're endorsed by Jackson.
Yes.
Hailing from Kvenland in the northern part of Sweden, KVAEN was formed in early 2018 by you, Jakob,
Yes.
of ex-Duskfall Autumn Death, who wanted to do something unique but still remain to the roots of black metal. Jakob, explain us, please, when that it comes to your mind to start this one-man project, and how about the band name and its origin?
I don't really know, man. I've been doing music for so many years, and I had so much material laying around, and I thought that, man, I should really do something. And I showed some riffs to my friends and some demos that I made. They're like, dude, this is so fucking amazing. You got to do something, man. I was like, man, I don't know. Yeah, it's good, but blah, blah, blah. And then I just sat in front of my computer and I wrote this Yee Naaldlooshii. I didn't have a song or title or anything, but I just put the song together and I sent it to my friend in Denmark, Danny, who played amazingly well on that song, the drums. And what do you think? Would you like to play drums on this song? And it's like, oh man, absolutely. So then I just figured out, I'm gonna need a band name now. I gotta need a title for the song. And I wasn't really sure that my vocals were able to really push that it needed. So I called Pierre and I told him, look, you can sing and you can write the lyrics, and then I'll come in with ideas and what I think about it. It's like, yeah, well, that's cool. And boom, then the song came to life, man. That's basically it.
With KVAEN, the band name, its origin.
Yes, and the origin of the name Kven is taken from Kvenland, the ancient origin name of a region where I'm from the Viking ages and stuff like that. So it's taken from there. And the people, Kvener, is basically, it's my heritage, man. I really like that kind of history. It's very cool and very inspiring, to say the least.
Jakob, the band's, your first and debut album, the Funeral Pyre, due out February 28, 2020, on CD digital via Swedish Black Lion Record. Jakob, could you please present us the album tracking list?
So the first song is called Revenge by Fire, a very speedy, thrashy song, which is really good kickoff. I like that kind of approach to an album, that the first riff is gonna grab you so you get a feeling of what the album is about. Second song is the first single I ever released, Yee Naaldlooshii. Third one, The Funeral Pyre, which is the album title track. Really amazing song, in my opinion. Features the amazing Sebastian Ramstedt, who played in Niflheim for like maybe 8 years, and he has played with his current band, Necrophobic, for about lots of years. And track number 4 is Septem, Peccata, Mortalia. Features Pierre Törnkvist again, with his brilliant vocals, and it's a very kind of 90s black metal kind of thing. Very cool song. Fifth song is my favorite one, The Wolf's Throne. It has a very special meaning to me personally, because I feel like I think that song is just perfect. Everything on it is so good. And sixth, we have As We Serve, The Master's Plan, which is also a very, very cool song. Very necrophobic feel and has some old immortal influences, but it fits the song. 7, we have Bestial Winter. Now, this song is very special because when I was 15 and I started my first band, the band's name was Bestial Winter. So I decided to be a bit nostalgic and use the title and write a cool lyric around it. And it turned out real well. People actually say that it's their favorite, and that's cool. I like that. And last but not least, Hymn to Kvenland, which is basically my way to show respect. Basically to my ancestors who lived here, who basically made it possible for future generations to live on, fought enemies, and make sure that beloved ones are safe. And it also features Matthew Wickland on guitars. It's a very, very good song, and he makes a fantastic solo. And that's about it.
Jakob, I want to thank you very much for describing the album tracking list, and I want to thank you and Oliver of Black Lion Records for making this possible.
My pleasure.
You're welcome. Continue with this interview. KVAEN is homage to the 90s Black Death pagan metal scene, but does not fear to interact with other genres. The debut album, The Funeral Pyre, will be released in February 2020 through Black Lion Record. Guest musicians like Pierre Törnkvist from HELLTRAIN, Devil Frost, Sebastian Ramstedt from Necrophobic, as you said, Perra Karlsson from Deströyer 666, etc.
Yes.
Share with us, Jacob, about your idea in inviting all these great guest musicians to join you on this album, and how did you seal the deal with this great label, Black Lion Records?
When I wrote the songs, I heard, like, for example, Perra's his drum style. He has a very unique drum style that really fits those two songs that he plays on. And when I was writing the songs, I'm like, oh God, I gotta call him, man. I gotta text him. He's gotta play on my album. I sent him a message like, hey, dude, I got these super nice songs and I want you to play on them. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, send me them. And it's like, okay, this is really good. I'll do it. Same goes with Sebastian. I mean, he's a fantastic guitar player. In my opinion, he's one of the best in Sweden when it comes to metal. So it's an honor for me to have him. But both him and Perra. And Sebastian just did this amazing guitar solo on the Funeral Pyre. Like when I heard the solo and I was like comparing it to mine, it was like, oh, I'm so glad that I did not use my own solo because that was a joke compared to his. So, and basically, when it comes to drummers, I've had like 4 drummers on this album, and it's kind of funny because I was supposed to have one drummer, but he stopped contact. He stopped answering my mails and stuff. So I was like, okay, fuck that guy. So I went with the other drummer. He didn't have time, unfortunately. And then the third drummer, Freddie, he was like, I'll finish the album for you, man. No worries. I'm like, God, you're a savior. And then he got injured at his job.
Too bad.
I was like, no way, dude. That sucks. Shit happens. So I called my friend Tommy from Finland, was like, hey dude, I'm in a very shitty situation. Could you help me out? He's like, oh yeah, of course, send me the songs. I'll track them tomorrow. So he sat like all night, played through the songs and came up with cool ideas for the songs, and he tracked the 2 songs in 1 hour and 30 minutes. So that's very cool.
Yeah, sure. And how did you seal this deal with this great, label, Lion Records?
About that, yeah, I can make a long story short. What happened was that we were supposed to sign a deal like 2 years ago, but we felt that no, the timing is not right now. Let's wait. Thank God we did that, because everything felt so much into place after those 2 years. Like we got to understand where we were album wise and how we were supposed to figure things out, like basically how to make a very good product. If we would have released it 2 years ago, it would have been shit. So I'm very, very happy that we released it now, not 2 years ago. So yeah. And Oliver was very enthusiastic about KVAEN. He really believes in it. He has like put his whole heart and soul into making fantastic product, and I'm so grateful, man, that like shit, someone wants to release my music, and he offered me a fantastic deal. Like I'm like, oh, okay, cool, man, let's try, and if things go to hell, well, at least we tried, and we did a fantastic product anyway. So if we'll see what happens. It's what lies ahead. It's impossible to say, but I think it will sell good, and I think people will love it.
Yeah, I believe. Me concerned, just hearing the first single, I was already amazed, and I want more. So I can't wait to put my hands on that album.
Oh yeah.
Well, Oliver promised me he was gonna send it to me, but tomorrow I get in touch with him again.
Oh yeah, he'll be in touch, man.
All arrangement, music and lyrics, all vocals, guitars, bass and keyboards by you, Jacob, except lyrics and the vocals on Septem, Peccata, Mortalia by Pierre, and lyrics on Yee Naaldlooshii and vocals on by Pierre and you. How was the making of this album gone? Where was this album mixed and mastered?
The album was mixed and mastered at Wolf Throne Studios by my good friend Ove Imbar, who is a fantastic studio guy and generally an amazing person. And it was recorded in my home studio, all the guitars, bass, guitars, you name it. Everything except drums. And Pierre, of course, recorded his own vocals in his own little crib, so to say. That's basically it. And I have like 10 different studios for all the drummers and stuff that it's gonna take such a long time to name them all. So
the cover artwork for this debut album, The Funeral Pyre, drawn by Van Artwork and Printing, a true artist and a mastermind, was your creation? And have they also created the band logo?
No, the band logo was done by Gragov at Luciferian War Graphics. He is also a one of a kind at what he does, and I would really like everyone to go and like his art, because it's so amazing. Like, wow. He's such a great artist and great guy. Very easy to handle.
Going back to the album artwork, was this created by you? If I see the artwork, I see the flame, I see the sword, but in the background, I see like the woods, if I'm wrong.
You're partly right. Yes, that is true. That was Van came up with the whole idea for that. I knew what I wanted, and he actually said, well, I think I have one in stock that I'm about to sell. Like, he had already made like a model he was supposed to sell. So I was like, okay, well, can you show it? And then he showed it to me. I was like, oh, this is the one. I want this one. This is perfect. So I told him right away that this is the one that I want. And the rest is history.
So it was very easy and very fast.
Very fast, yes. We worked on some details together, and that's it. What you see there is the final product. And we didn't do too much. We put some details in there, and you will see a lot more details when you see like product in your hands.
Last year, around February 2018, you released a teaser video saying, "Are you tired of all new boring black metal? Give this a try." Yes. This is a raw expert of the band KVAEN, and in March 2018, you released a full official lyric video for the song Yee Naaldlooshii.
Yes.
While this year, a couple weeks ago, you released a full audio video for the same song featuring Pierre from HELLTRAIN as guest vocals. Please tell us more about this video that you released for this song and your work with Pierre once again.
Well, we're very good friends. If I have an idea, he helps me to complete it. And same goes, I think, when he has something that he wants done for Devil's Force. If he wants me to do guitar solo or whatever, he calls me up or sends me a message, hey, could you play some over this? And I said, of course. That's basically how we do it. Nothing more to it.
By the way, Jacob, I saw the video done by Earth's Mightiest Bastard, which is Mark, Chris, and Rob, if I'm not wrong. They presented you and the band first single. How come they got hold of you and the band?
Actually, I sent them a message and I asked them like, hey, if you want something cool to listen to and maybe do like a reaction video to, check this out. If you don't like it, don't care about it. If you do like it, please let me know. Yeah. So they got back to me the day after it. They were really amazed and like, oh yeah, this is like so awesome, man. We want to do like a video for this one. We need to do it. It's like, okay, well, that's awesome, man. Thank you. And please let me know when it's up. And that was it.
Where these guys are from?
They're somewhere from the United States. I don't dare to say exactly where they're from, but they're from the US. That's for sure.
Yeah, great video they've done.
Yeah, it's really funny. Amazing. I love those guys.
Funeral Pyre delivers well-executed black metal from the north, from blistering, blushy hook riffs that will rattle you in the neck and takes the listener back to the times when evil reigned, from the 80s classic speed metal riffs to ringing dive bombs, right up the church-burning, pagan-worshipping 90s black metal. KVAEN, it's like a marriage between the northern 90s black metal with the hint of Swedish melodic black metal. Funeral Pyre grabs the listener and takes it on a wild ride through Norwegian deep forest, through mountains and deep valleys. KVAEN keeps the listener engaged with the knife against the throat until the beautiful end. Funeral Pyre will go down in black metal history. Jacob, are you planning in converting this one-man project into a full band? Yes, with full-time members, or at least hiring live members?
No, this band is my band and my band only. However, yes, I have recruited a live setup. So I have live members who will play with me live. Yes, and they are fully aware of that this is my band and my songs only. So, that was like the first thing I told them, that I want this band to be my band, because I've never felt so emotionally attached to any other projects that I don't really care really what they think. If they don't accept that, then they don't have to play. That's as simple as it gets for me.
Seeing that you have hired a live member, that's mean that we will see KVAEN end of this year, or for the upcoming years, we're gonna see KVAEN live in concert?
Yes, next year. At least 2 tours are being planned right now. So we're definitely going to be out playing live. I can't really tell any more details because there is contracts involved and stuff like that. So I can't really say anything about that. But yes, we will play live and we will conquer the world.
Okay, at least for the fans to know, will these shows be just in Sweden or Scandinavia or Europe?
Scandinavia to begin with, and then we will try to get to Europe, and hopefully one day we'll play in America. That would be awesome. I love America, so I definitely would love to play there.
You know, I have plans to go to Inferno Festival for April 2020. Let's hope we can see you guys around.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome, dude. That would be so cool.
Okay, continue with this interview. Jacob, my last question. I've seen on the Bandcamp the album in different way available, and t-shirt with the band logo, and t-shirt with the Revenge by Fire logo. When will the fans be able to start order the album, and will this be available in more format besides CDs? And tell us more about t-shirt. Why two different t-shirts?
Okay, so everyone will be able to pre-order it from this day, Sunday the 1st.
Yeah.
Everyone can pre-order the album. We have two different designs, basically because we chose two different designs to attract more people. If we have one design, it's going to be like, oh, we didn't like that design that much. But everyone liked two that we have so far. It's always good to have at least two designs, at least one with the logo or something like that. But we chose to have two really cool designs.
One question. Since you have made a t-shirt for that first song, that means that you're going to have a video available for two?
Music video or?
Music video, yeah.
Yes. Music video is in the plannings. Yes. For 2020.
For Revenge by Fire.
Maybe Revenge by Fire, yes. We haven't really decided if we're going to take Revenge by Fire, but it might happen that it is Revenge by Fire. And for the final question you asked, CDs first, and then all the money that comes in from the sales will help us to make vinyls. Everybody wants vinyls, but vinyls are really expensive. So we got to try to finance this the best way that Black Lion can. Hopefully people will pre-order it so Oliver can make vinyls come.
Yeah, so let's hope that you can get it on vinyl as well. Since vinyls is very popular, in Europe to have your album done on vinyls.
Yes, we will try to make it on vinyl. The thing is that we need a lot of pre-orders because it's expensive, right? It's expensive, but it will happen someday. I hope, at least.
Okay. Jacob, I want to thank you very much once again to have made this interview possible, and I want to hand you over the microphone of Metal Messiah Radio for you to invite all your friends, all your fans to support the band, to buy the band's debut, the full-length album, The Funeral Pyre, and plus all merchandises you guys will have available from the band. Jacob, the microphone is all yours.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for all your support. I hope that you all will start to listen more to Metal Messiah Radio. Every fan of metal, go check them out, and thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, and like I always say, metal on. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.